Mary, can you manage?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Where's Kirk?
Oh, he took the car to get Eden's prescription filled.
In a wheelchair. I sent him with a wheelchair. Where is it?
Daddy, I'm fine, really. Why don't you welcome me home instead of asking so many questions?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Welcome home. Welcome home, honey.
Thanks, Daddy.
I just wanted to be perfect for you, that's all.
Oh.
We've had people in and out of your room all day long, making it fit for a princess. You tired, huh?
A little.
We'll get you right into bed. We put Kirk in Mason's old room. That way he won't be disturbed. And Mary's taking care of everything.
Thanks, Mary.
Well, somebody's not answering this fast enough, so why don't I take this for you?
Oh, wait, Daddy, can I
What?
talk to you just for a second?
Sure.
Thanks, Mary.
What, honey?
Have you heard anything about Gina?
No, nothing.
Well, I wanted to thank you for keeping it out of the papers. I don't think I could have handled reporters asking me about all the morbid details.
Honey, you can thank Cruz for that. He was able to keep it within the family, at least for the time being, anyway.
Has he turned up anything else?
Not yet, no. But he does have a warrant to search Gina's hotel room. Come on, let's go upstairs.
So you want to search through Mrs. Capwell's room, huh?
Yeah, as specified on this here warrant. Just a basic idea.
Okay. Yeah, I read about the reward in the paper. I was kind of hoping she would show up back here, but no such luck.
How long has it been since you've seen her?
Yeah, a couple of weeks now. Hey, sorry, I could have sworn it was the right one.
It's okay. Listen, has anybody else been by here asking for Gina since you last saw her?
Yeah, no. Hey, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There was this young girl. Called her up a couple times.
Did she leave her name?
Uh-uh. Yeah, here we go.
No, I can't wait to put this plan into action. I don't even need to write it down anymore. I can just lay here and recite every detail of my sweet revenge by heart.
Well, why don't you save it?
It's gonna be beautiful. You know what I think? I think it's
No,
really good.
and I don't want to know. You know, I've already caught a glimpse of the weirdness that's running inside your head, and I don't want to see no more.
What's wrong? Have I got too much imagination for you?
Yeah, that's right, you do. I know when I'm out of my league. I mean, I've done some stupid things in my time, but I have never got involved with anything like what you want to do here.
Hey, who needs you anyway? I don't need your help. I know the kind of guy I'm after. I know how to handle him.
Well, good. Then why don't you just go handle him?
Don't you see? I don't have a choice. He's gonna murder me if he finds me first. So he deserves whatever he gets. And boy, is he gonna get it.
Yeah, and you're going to get the hell out of here.
Oh, am I?
Yes. Gina, I want you out. I'm sorry, but I can't do this. You see, I am here trying to keep my hands clean. I'm trying to make something out of myself. I want to stay out of jail. Do you understand that? Now listen, Gina, listen to me. I'm not going to turn you in, but I'm also not going to have anything to do with you trying to get yourself or me or anybody else killed. Do you understand that?
Oh, you're a real brave guy, aren't you? Probably afraid of your own shadow.
You know, I felt sorry for you at first. I was going to try to help you, but now forget it. You know, there's too much. I'm sorry, you got all these cockroaches running around inside your head.
He's a cockroach, all right. He's a nasty,
Gina,
dirty...
I want you out.
Hey, I'm not going anywhere.
You want to make a bet?
You get one step closer to me and you're gonna see how crazy I really can be.
Mike, I want you to know just how much I appreciate all your help. Today I got accepted into that private practice.
Oh, that's great, Mark.
Yeah, well, thanks for putting in a good word, yeah. I guess I'm gonna need the added income now that I'm married.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I was happy to do it.
Listen, do you have a minute? I want to talk to you about something.
Sure.
I got your latest neurology report back today, and the myelogram shows some irregularities, which may or may not be due to your accident. So I wanted to ask you again. Have you been experiencing any pain or numbness? Sure, I'm experiencing some pain, but it's minor stuff. Obviously, it's not enough to keep me from working. I see. Mark, I know you're aware that when the nervous system is involved, the affected areas may be far removed from the site of the injury. But if you're sure that you're not experiencing any impairment, Mike, actually, there is one thing.
Boy, somebody's got my number around here. Chocolates?
You wouldn't believe your father and Kirk fussing over every detail in here. Rose had to get them out here just to get a bed made.
Everything looks so nice. Thank you, Mary.
Oh, the least I can do.
Well, no, I mean for arranging so that I could be alone, saying it was doctor's advice and not asking too many questions.
Eden, I've discovered that there are things that go on between a husband and a wife that don't need to be explained.
Come in.
Hello, Eden. I came to see how you're feeling.
Oh, well, I'm fine, Santana, thank you.
You know what? I'm going to run and give the cook your menu so you don't have to break into the chocolates.
Thanks, Mary.
Hi,
Hello, Mary. Well, Santana, it was nice of you to come by.
Brandon wanted to see you, too. He's been so worried about you.
Well, that's sweet.
I left him outside in the hallway. I wanted to ask you not to say anything about Gina. He doesn't know yet.
Oh, I wouldn't say anything.
Eden, I was one of the few people who knew about you being pregnant and about you losing the child. I just wanted you to know how terrible I feel for both you and Kirk. Well, I guess I shouldn't leave Brandon waiting outside.
Santana?
Yes?
I realize that there's been a lot going on, but I wanted to congratulate you on your marriage. I know you probably didn't know I knew about it, but I'm sure you're very happy to have Brandon with you again.
Well, the way I see it, a great deal of my happiness depends on you. I know that there's a kind of love between you and Cruz that Cruz and I don't share. I've learned to accept that. I guess I've had to. I trust my husband, but also know that whenever you call for whatever reason, Cruz will come running.
Santana.
You've proved that to be true many times before. Eden, I'm not saying that you did that on purpose, but you did it.
You weren't married to Cruz then, Santana?
That's true. But you were married. I'm not saying this out of jealousy. Honestly, I'm thinking of my son. He's been through a lot lately. He needs to have a father who's going to be there for him. He needs to have a stable home.
Santana, a lot of those calls that I made, they were about professional matters.
Eden, I'm glad that Cruz is working on the case. I want Gina found and arrested if she's still alive. I think you understand what I've been saying.
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen Cruz happy. Since I've seen him smile. I hope that you'll be able to give that back to him.
I will. If you give me the chance to.
Hey, don't touch anything, man. I gotta get the fingerprint guys down here to dust the place first, okay? Speaking of which, I might as well give them a call right now.
Oh, I cut that off when the Capwell dame fell behind in a rent. But there's a payphone down the hall.
Okay. You know, most people don't use their bed for a desk. It's almost like somebody was begging for us to find this thing.
Hey, look at this. These are the 2 notes I left her about paying her rent.
So?
So, I left them under the door, and I got a hunch they didn't jump up on the table all by themselves.
Yeah, well, obviously somebody's been here. But I doubt it was Gina, otherwise this typewriter would be history. I wonder if you can jimmy this window open from the outside.
You know, you're the perfect murder for me. You're the one who knows where I am, and that I'm even alive.
Gina, would you just put the knife down, please?
And no one would suspect me. I mean, what an alibi. I don't even exist. They just pinned the rap on some of those underworld characters you've been testifying against.
Gina, stop it, all right? Please.
All right. Since you've been so nice to me. I'm not a murderer. I'm just trying to scare you, that's all.
You know, I had to wring your neck. But I gotta admit, Gina Kaplan, you shouldn't have to prove a point. What's wrong?
Just my leg. I need some medicine. Can't you get me something?
You pull a knife on me, and now you want me to go get your medicine.
Yeah.
All right. All right, I will. But since we're being so open with each other here, there's something I want understood before I leave.
And what is that?
I'm not doing this out of the kindness of my heart. Now, if you're going to go through with what you plan to do to this guy, you're going to go too far. And you're going to get caught, and that's your problem. I don't care. But what I do care about is where this jackpot that you're talking about, that you promised me, where's it going to be?
All right. All right, look. I'll give you my niece's money. That's all I have in the bank account right now. But there's a lot more where that came from.
Oh, yeah? From where?
Just don't you worry about it. You just get my checkbook. It's locked up in my hotel room, remember that? And I don't have the key anymore.
Oh, great.
You're just going to have to find some other way to get in there. And do it without being seen.
Just a minute, young lady. I'd like to ask you a question. Where were you this morning when you were so sorely needed?
I'm sorry, Mr. Capwell.
That's all you have to say? You picked a fine time to disappear when you knew my daughter was coming home from the hospital?
Mr. Capwell, please.
Hey, Dad, why don't you just take it easy on her? I'm sure she had a reason for this. Hey, Hayley, wait a minute. Listen to me. Are you okay?
I'm okay, Ted. Look, I can't tell you right now, okay? Maybe I will soon.
Mark, your impairment may be due to vascular blockage that occurred after the accident, or maybe it's for psychological reasons. No, it's a purely physical problem. I'm sure of that. Well, we can always test for damage to the central nervous system. I don't even think that's necessary. I'd rather not. Well, if we find that your problem seems to be more than transitory, there are some adaptive surgical procedures you may want to look into. But I think the first step for you is to take that test. I'll consider it, okay? Ooh, I got a lot of things to think about, actually. Thanks for listening, okay? Glad I could be of help. You just let me know how you want to proceed. I'll do that. You should have knocked, man. Like, come in anyway. He made us very nervous.
You're right, I'm sorry. Sorry.
So the boys downtown told you where to find me. Did you get my message?
Your message? Yeah.
About the job thing. I was, I know it was not a sure thing, but I figured you'd probably have a pretty good chance. So how'd it go down there? What happened?
The job, I didn't get it. They said I guess they thought I was a little underqualified or something, they said.
Well, that's too bad. It's their loss.
Yeah. But listen, I wanted to thank you, Cruz, for recommending me for it. You know, Julia Wainwright sent me on a couple interviews, too.
Oh, it's good. Maybe one of those will work out for you.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as you're here, you can help me out.
Well, sure. What, anything you want. Cruz, what?
Well, I need somebody to keep their eyes and ears open for me on the street.
What's up?
I'm looking for a woman who may or may not be among the living. She's got blonde hair, kind of buzz cut, real short up the back. She's good looking, got a good body, maybe 5'7" or something. Her real name is Gina Capwell.
Oh, you mean,
Yeah. C.C. Capwell's ex-wife. If she is still around, she should be considered dangerous.
Really? How come?
Well, I want to talk to her about an attempted murder.
Attempted murder is... Isn't that what the man usually calls self-defense? I mean, I'm not sure if I want to finger anybody for that, Cruz.
I think you'd want to this time, man. Her victim got hurt pretty bad. She was carrying a baby, and she lost it in the process.
Cruz?
Santana.
Oh, honey. The desk sergeant said that I could find you here. I hope you don't mind.
No, that's fine. Angel Ramirez, this is Santana Castillo. She's my wife.
I didn't know you... It was nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cruz, I came because I heard from Pearl. He's been looking for you all day. It sounded kind of urgent. I think it has to do with Gina.
Hey, is that you? Look at these.
Sorry.
You're not bringing these upstairs, are you?
They're for Eden.
Yeah, let me guess. From Kirk, right? He's the body original flower in Santa Barbara. Look, why don't we just keep him down here? There's probably enough room up there, and besides, I think she's asleep. Is that okay?
Oh, sure. Maybe you're right.
Hayley, listen, I know how bad you feel about Brandon's mom. I just think I ought to tell you that it's even more lucky now that she is dead.
I see.
Listen, you were going to tell me something at lunch today, and you got...
No, it wasn't very important, Ted, really.
Are you sure? Because...
I'm sure. Oh, Ted.
Yeah.
Is Inspector Castillo coming today?
Yeah, I think he is. Why?
I just want to talk to him about a few things, that's all.
You do? Hayley.
Excuse me. Hello, may I help you?
Hi, I'd like to speak to Mr. Capwell if he's at home. My name is Dan Silver.
Does Mr. Capwell know what this is in reference to?
No, but I think he'll want to talk to me. I saw this morning's paper and came here because I think I might have some information about Mrs. Capwell.
You can't keep Cruz waiting. But if he thinks you know, he'll kill you for sure.
Gina, what's going to happen to you?
door, sweetheart.
Are you all right, sweetheart?
No. Where's Mary?
Hold on. I'll get her for you. Right away. Mary? I think she's in more pain.
Kirk, did you get the prescription filled?
Yes, I have the pills right here. Sweetheart, I'm so glad you're home now. That way I can take care of you personally.
Here you go. I don't want any medication.
Well, honey, at least take the
No.
antibiotic.
I'd rather not. Please?
Come in.
Mr. Cranston, Mr. Cabell would like to see you downstairs.
All right. Thank you, Hayley. Sweetheart, I have to go right now, but I do wish you'd take your medicine. You'll feel much better.
But I don't think you really want to see them. I mean, if you've ever seen the teeth on a great white shark.
Mr. Silver, there is a great deal of reward money being offered. I have to be sure.
Oh, hey, I didn't come here looking for a reward. I just came by to see if I could help you with all this. That's all.
Sir, I am Inspector Castillo with the Santa Barbara Police. I'd like to see these photos you mentioned.
Oh, sure thing.
In fact, I'd like to keep them if you don't mind.
I'm sorry, but I'm glad I was able to help on this. I'll let myself out.
Mr. Silver, thank you.
Well, there's no way anybody can make a positive ID based on these. But we did receive fragments of a garment they washed up on the beach this morning.
So?
There was blood on them. If it turns out to be the same type as Gina's, then an ichthyologist confirms that the tear patterns were the work of a shark. We may have enough evidence to assume that Gina's dead.
Oh.
Hey, Hayley. She shouldn't have been eavesdropping.
Oh, horrible way to die.
If anybody wants to talk to me, I'll be at the police line.
At least I feel good knowing that Eden was safe.
Oh, I don't know, Cece. I think the punishment fits the crime.
How can you say something like that? Look, I don't know what you all thought about Gina, but she couldn't have tried to kill anyone. Maybe you should be talking about her funeral arrangements, or how are you going to tell her poor son that her mother's dead? She loved her son. She was a nice person. I saw that.
Yeah, Dad, I think she's right. The news is bound to get out, Cece. The family will be expected to do something.
You're right. We have to keep up appearances at least. And when the time comes that Brandon finds out about his mother, I don't want it said that I did nothing. Well, I'm going up to see Eden. I'd rather she didn't know anything about this, Kirk. Is that all right?
All right, Cece.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll go get you some tissues. Well, Hayley, I am sorry to hear about your aunt. Never mind how I know, but I know that she is. I just wondered if you'd like everybody else to know that she is too. Or do you care more about your job and your future?
What are you talking about?
Sweetheart, you see, your dear, sweet Aunt Gina, she tried to kill my wife. Nobody knows why or how she set it up, but if they were to find out that a close relation to hers was working, just happened to be working right here, incognito, well, you see, that might look kind of, funny.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Well, Hayley, you don't have to worry. Your little secret is now our little secret. It's safe with me. The fact is, I doubt that you had anything to do with Gina's plans.
I didn't.
Well, Hayley, I will protect you. But, you know, you should be prepared to repay this favor sometime. Well, here's some more.
Thanks.
doing just fine. You shouldn't be having any trouble with it.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm still having trouble with it.
How?
Well, you know, it might be the infection I had. It still bugs me. It kind of, you know, it gets uncomfortable. I mean, isn't there something you could give me for it?
I don't think so. Tell you what, though, we'll take a blood sample, see if we can find something wrong. How's that?
Wait, do you really have to do that? I mean, can't you just give me some kind of medicine for the infection?
Well, don't tell me you're afraid of needles.
Hello?
Wait here for me, all right? I'll be right back.
Hi. Well, this is Evie's medication. I was wondering if you would write me new prescriptions, both for the antibiotic and the painkiller, because she won't take them.
Why? What's wrong with her?
Well, apparently Kirk had them filled at the pharmacy that filled her birth control pill prescription, and she doesn't trust them.
I know this pharmacy. They're excellent. All right, yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Listen, I'm glad you came by, and there's something I want to talk to you about before I change my mind.
Sure.
Hey, you got a minute? I'll write the prescription right now.
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. I just lost a patient. No. It's Angel. He was here. Angel? Serves me right for forgetting about her.
Listen, I wouldn't blame yourself. That sounds kind of typical of Angel. So what do you want to talk to me about?
You know that private practice I was talking about? I got accepted.
Mark, that's great. How wonderful.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be a partner, though. Not yet, anyway. So I'll probably have to work several nights on call.
Oh. Well, that's rough. Well, I understand. I mean, if the job is worth it to you.
It's too good an opportunity to pass up. Mary, there's something else. I talked to Dr. Stevens about the problems we've been having.
Oh.
And I know you've been blaming yourself, and I want you to stop doing that. Actually, it's neither one of our faults. In fact, Mike says we're probably just trying too hard. And we should probably stop trying to make love, at least for a few weeks, until we get a little more comfortable around each other. And then we'll see.
Well, if that's what the doctor thinks, I'm willing to do anything, Mark, to make it work out between us, whatever it takes.
I love you. And I do desire you. As much as I always have.
Second. Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
You up for a little conversation?
Sure.
We've been running a series of tests on the pieces of evidence that have come in. The upshot being that Gina's been officially presumed dead.
That's all?
I just wanted to warn you, Eden, that without a body, the suspected cause of death is most likely going to be investigated.
Warn me?
Yeah. I have no doubt that everything happened the way you said it did, but for some reason, all the evidence is pointing in the wrong direction. Now, do you have any reason to think that Gina might not have acted alone?
Why?
I found a typewriter in a motel room. It was the same one that was used to type the note that got you to the boathouse in the first place, though that confirmed that. This typewriter was so clean. I mean, it obviously had been wiped clean. There was nothing on it except one set of female fingerprints we can't identify.
Do you have the note with you?
No, I left it at the lab. And that's not all. We found a shoe, we found some pieces of clothing, blood on them that matched Gina's. The same blood was on your clothes. There were also powder burns on your clothes from a gun on which only your fingerprints were found.
Oh, but Gina was wearing gloves.
No doubt. Unfortunately, this gun was registered to your father.
Well, Gina took it, or somebody else did. Well, what are you saying? I typed a note to myself and went out and shot Gina?
No, of course not. This stuff drives me nuts. I mean, this is an instant replay of what happened with your father. I knew damn well then that you hadn't done it, but every single bit of evidence kept pointing at you.
Look, I don't want to talk about this. It was bad enough you got involved in. I didn't want you hiding anything. And I certainly don't want you hiding anything this time because there's nothing to hide. I didn't do anything.
I'm not going to hide anything from anybody. I just want to know the truth. I'll see you.
Cruz?
Yeah.
Look, I really appreciate what you're doing, but I think it might be better if you just pass this investigation over to someone else.
No, sorry, you're stuck with me. I'm not going to pass this to anybody else. Eden, I'm going to get to the bottom of this weirdness once and for all. If it's the last thing I ever do. That's a promise. Look, I hope you feel well soon. Yeah.
I would like to talk to you about a few things if you have a minute.
Sure, what's on your mind?
Well, I knew Gina better than people around here thought I knew Gina. I used to let her sneak in to see Brandon's. I know it was against orders. We used to sit around and talk, have long talks about many different things. I guess there's not much we can do for her now. I just want to say, I don't think Gina could have killed anyone. I know she couldn't have. She was good. I know that.
Listen, Hayley, right? We don't know what really happened, but it's my job to uncover the whole truth. In the meantime, I promise you, nobody's going to be jumping to any conclusions about Gina. All right? Thank you.
Heard some great news on the radio. Seems as though I'm dead. Isn't that terrific?
Yeah, great. It's in all the evening papers, too.
Really?
It's going to be a big memorial service for you. That'll make you happy, huh?
Sure it does. I think it's delightful. I wonder who's going to be there. I sure hope Brandon hasn't heard. That would be awful.
No, the kid doesn't know.
How do you know that?
Because when I went to get your checkbook at the motel, guess who I ran into?
Who?
Cruz.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Oh. And you know what that means? It means two things. Number one, I didn't get your checkbook. And number two, I had to lie to Cruz. Well, I don't like to lie to Cruz.
All right, but what did he say about Brandon?
Not much. Just heard him and his wife, Santana, talking about how Brandon can't hear anything.
His wife? You mean Cruz married Santana?
Yeah, I guess so.
No. That means they're going to take Brandon. They probably already have him. Do they?
Sounds like they do, yeah. But the way I look at it, Gina, it's just like an eye for an eye.
And what is that supposed to mean?
Hey, do you want your medicine?
I want it.
Good, there it is.
Edith Kaplan. Where did you get this?
From the woman you tried to murder.
That's a lie. I didn't want to hurt her. I never intended to kill her.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
No? Well, the woman's still alive, but the baby she was carrying wasn't so lucky.
Eden was pregnant. That man is a monster. He doesn't deserve to
Who
live.
is that man? You keep saying that man. Who is that man?
I'm figuring out where this memorial service is being held. And he sure as hell better be there because I'm going to be there.
Won't take long, will it?
No, I just want to double check something. I'll take a second. Go over there for a minute. So that's where Eden was standing. And Gina was hiding over here, supposedly. So all she would have had to do is just walk over here. It doesn't make any sense.
Cruz.
I mean, at this range, she couldn't have missed even in the dark. So why didn't she pull the trigger? There has to be another reason.
I don't know. Maybe she just got nervous.
No, not Gina.
Why don't you just put this out of your mind for right now? Especially tonight. I wanted us to go out to dinner to celebrate our first night as a family with Brandon.
I don't want to get hung up on this, Santana, but you know, it drives me crazy when the facts of a case don't add up.
I understand.
Look, Ark, it is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Let's go. Come on. Wait a second. Did you say anything to Eden today when you visited her? You know, because she asked me to turn this case over to somebody else.
No, I didn't say anything to her. Did what she say to you hurt your feelings?
No. No, it's nothing.
U.S.-Libya confrontation. What's next? What of Gaddafi's threats of suicide attacks? The latest information tonight on NBC Nightly News.